Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the playoffs of the ESL Open Cup here on North America, week 34, I think. We have two of your most favorite and most skilled North Americans in a best of 5, starting here on Submarine. In the top left, the #1 player from Mexico, everyone's favorite, Terran. I boxed myself into a corner with that one. Anyways, Team Axon's Special. He's been having a rough patch these last couple weeks between GSL and otherwise, but can he turn it around? It'd be a good opportunity to do so, because on the other side, in the bottom right, the 3-time WCS champion, the best player in the United States of America. I'm canning. Might give him some. Sponsored by Ting from the great state of New York. It is Neeb. Dealing with the 2 racks to start. Who does this? It is Submarine, of course. I feel obligatory every time. We gotta fill any sort of downtime. Like, this map is a little different than other maps. Yes, short rush distance means Reapers might actually be an option. In the past, Special has used Reapers to great effect. Now, Reapers are very much a critical mass unit. If you lose 1 or 2 early on, probably the game's going with it, as Protoss units deal with Reapers pretty easily. But 4 or 5 Reapers together easily bounce around and knock out an Adept. It's going to be 3 here. And so far, Neeb has only seen the wall on the top. He's not going to expect the Reapers. The Adept shades by. The Reapers have to come back. Immediate recall. Neeb outmaneuvering the Reapers, despite how little space he had to do so. Shield battery from the high ground to the low. An interesting wall off here as well. Looks like Neeb was intending on this. Well, I'm not sure which pylon was first. I wasn't paying attention. I was a little distracted. But has the shield battery on the low ground, so it can use, well, help with both sides. A couple grenades come out. Bounce the units away. The Reapers will escape after 1 probe kill. I don't know exactly what Special expected with these. It takes 5 Reaper hits to kill a probe. 3 Reapers can take any early Protoss unit individually. Oh, you gotta be careful. Neeb has a sentry. So far, a stalwart defense. Overall, Neeb has handled this fine. He scouted it. He dealt with it. Recalled the Adept with next to no HP losses. A minimal defense of the shield battery. It's not like Special's 100%, like, I need to get damage with these Reapers. It would be nice. Picks up another probe. Tries to bounce things around. Gonna risk engaging the Adept, and 1 at a time go down. It's nice of map makers now. This has become a trend. A fun trend, but caution! Some sneaky Terrans are going to Reaper rush you from this location, and that's like 95% of the reason that's there. I guess technically tank pushes or blink stalkers are also an option, but mostly Reapers. So just having... Whoa! What? He just walks it! You can't go in there. No. There's a shield battery. Oh. He covers his escape. Special. Oh, wow. He gets in, gets out. The Reapers putting on their Mission Impossible movie. They have yet to really do any damage, but emotional damage is what these Reapers are going to have to specialize in. If Neeb doesn't need a therapist by the end of this, then Special has not done his job. Oh, my God. The grenades bouncing around. Discombobulated. But overall, not anything but superficial damage. Still, like, yeah, they're annoying, but that Neeb's going for the Ruptor drop. Instead of getting bounced around and tickled by these Reapers, he wants to start slamming things directly in the face. And well, there's a lot of options for Special to deal with it. Of course, he doesn't know about it yet. And I think against someone, well, it's obvious there are multiple racks to start. Neeb already knows that. And Neeb also knows it because he sent out a hallucinated phoenix and saw all of this. So he doesn't need to intuit anything, he can just use his eyes. He sees it's going to be bio, which means plenty of soft targets for a disruptor drop, and also unlikely to have too many things like Vikings in order to deal with it early on. I don't believe there's a Cyclone either. The Raven is a threat, but it can be managed. Hallucinated Phoenix gonna get another look. Spots a tank popping out. 3 racks done. No third command center. Here comes the Ruptor drop, the big danger balls. Fires a shot. SCVs, no retreat. 7 in the first hit. And that is a lot more than... The problem with disruptor drops is if you don't react immediately, it's sometimes better not to react at all. Because if the SCVs end up stacking... Yeah, how do you like it, Reapers? What if your grenades did that much? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, obviously the Ruptor is... Well, it was on cooldown for that moment. Neeb is flirting with the idea of exploding all over Special's Marines, but has yet to commit to it. He's trying to bait out the interference matrix. Is there a recall? There is! Oh, no, he can't get that out. Okay, well, that was pretty greedy out of Neeb. He knew the risk. He knew the Raven was there. Oh, the Reapers, finally! Still 2 survive. The 2 out of 3 Musketeers. The thing is, though, Special's building a real army here. Yes, most armies are real armies that aren't halluc. But a whole lot of... 3 tanks and counting, plus 1 on the way. Neeb doesn't have a third. So we're on 2 base versus 2 base economy. It's not like Neeb has overwhelming tech... Stop with the Reapers! Here they come in again for another pounce, a double drop. Are the Reapers really getting kills now? Are you kidding me? The entire army comes back. The Reapers survived 7.5 minutes and drew him out of position, potentially to get this drop-off. Special was looking to attack into a third base. But I guess he'll be both a little annoyed, but also happy to see there is no third base. No blink. Charge is done. Both these players, neither really comfortable going for another base on this map, as, of course, the rush distance, I may have mentioned, is quite small. And you can see the tension. The tension. You could cut it with a knife, or explode it with a disruptor ball, or fire a tank shot within splash damage radius. Either or all are appropriate, as it's not too much to expect a counterattack. Oh, the Warp Prism having a real bad day, but don't worry, it's over now. Special's got his third on the way. Neeb's finishing his as well. These armies, it really does come down to the engagement. There's no upgrades for Neeb, but he has multiple Colossi with Thermal Lance. He's got Templar with no Storm, but feedbacking the Raven essentially wins the fight for him. The Raven could either Interference Matrix / anti-armor missile most of this army, and Special's army is larger. But without it, the Colossi are going to start burning away the bio. Meanwhile, a big Zealot counterattack. That means Neeb's forces are less substantial on the other side of the map, but you can't recall Terran units. Looks like we're going into a bit of a base trade here. Feedback drops it down 0 to 5 on Yelp. And suddenly, Special looked like he wanted to move in, but instead, without that interference matrix, he's going to find himself in a tough spot. Colossi going into the tanks, the bio army. The Zealots have cut through the front lines. They're not really focusing too much, but the Immortals making quick work of the tanks, but the Vikings knock over the Colossi. The Raven is still intact, not that it's a huge deal here. The Zealots have found a lot of damage on the other side. He drops a tank out. The boys are pulled. He tries to pick it up. The Zealots are still intact, and the Zealots are a real problem for Special now. He didn't want to retreat from this engagement. Surprisingly, only now is he starting to lose SCVs. The Zealots were a little distracted with supply depots to chew on. It's kind of unclear. Neeb is coming in the pincer maneuver, using his Zealots that he counterattacked with for a flank. The tank's on the high ground, but there's no high ground vision for Neeb except for the Colossus right now. Disruptor looking to fire a shot, fires it back, but the Zealots are the only ones hit by it. The tank's 3 HP between them, but that's more than enough to drive Neeb back to his side of the map. So, it looked like both sides were in danger of taking devastating damage. But at the end of the day, Neeb loses a lot of his key units and Special loses some of his economy. He's been building SCVs pretty religiously, though, and he will be able to replace much of that. The income advantage goes to Neeb temporarily because of all that mining time loss. I'm sure mules are going to balance that out. The army size nearly even. The upgrades in favor of Special, but his armory is a little delayed for obvious reasons. So everybody settle down. At this point, they've been punching each other, but the gloves are off. And neither wants to risk missing and exposing themselves to a deadly blow. It does... Will we actually have a 4-base something macro game on Submarine? Okay, I'm gonna calm down. We're still... It's... You can't lose a fight or you've lost the game, pretty much. Neither player has decisively lost a fight or won one. Obviously, that's how it usually goes. But they're still very reluctant to continue expanding. Special will get a 4th CC. Neeb will unleash his inner geologist and open up some more opportunities. Disruptors. He could fire a fadeaway shot. 1, 2. Looking for... Whoa! Nice connection there. The Vikings stepping forward, and by that I mean flying, but it might as well be stepping with how slow they are. Disruptor picked off. So, relatively even here. Liberator found 0 kills in the main. The Stalkers will trundle after it. Or not. Or yes. Okay, yep. Okay. Mission accomplished. +1 done, but +2 on the way. Special. His upgrades are looking good. His economy's actually looking quite solid here. He's got 68 SCVs to just 59 probes and Neeb. But Neeb does have the bigger army right now. He's got a lot of splash damage mixed in there. Archons, Colossi, Disruptors. He's got the one very important sentry for Guardian Shield. Possibly the most cost-effective unit in the game. It's not a flashy unit, but that Guardian Shield reduces so much damage, and the bigger the army gets, the better it gets. Reducing 2 damage from every ranged attack on everything it touches? I mean, come on. Is there blink? No blink. He can't chase down the medevac. He'll shave off a few units, but it's obvious that isn't Special's main army. Neeb already moving in a position to intercept potential flanks. I don't know if he's seen this yet. He has no vision on this side. More tanks on the way. Ghosts. +2 for both sides. Neeb does have the armor upgrades. Neeb is much more of a glass cannon army, whereas Special is looking to outmaneuver. Oh, Neeb's got to know. This is such an obvious bait. Come on, Neeb. Special's army coming together. Are we just going to a full base trade? Will there be a recall? If there's going to be, now is the time. You can't go back. You have to decide. Neeb caught in no man's land. He's just going to go forward. He's base trading a Terran, but he does still have recall on the table, and there's actually... Oh, the shield battery overcharge kept that Nexus intact for long enough to force a lot of the army back. But the tank line is still overwhelming. Neeb can't really move forward into this. He's going to try to intercept the medevacs on their way back home. He doesn't have blink, so he can't chase it down, but if the medevacs take the wrong path, that'll be the last path they do take. The Vikings as well. The reverse tower defense move. Oh... Really don't want to be losing those Vikings right now, but only 1 Colossus, I guess, but they're still useful to just have. You don't want to be having to rebuild them at some point. Neeb may go back into Colossi. Still more workers for Special. A lot of bio, though. +2 infantry weapons is done. Disruptor shots looking for tanks. Finds it, but is that the best target? Fadeaway Ruptor looks for the targeting. Another one. Center mass, and another one. Looking from the side. Another shot fired. Still... unclear who got the better end of that, as Special only has 3 bases right now, but he has plenty of workers, whereas Neeb has a 4th, but he lost a lot of units here and doesn't really have the upgrades to back it up. He'll realize, okay, I knocked out the Vikings. Let's get some more Colossi. Blink is finishing. 2 Colossi at a time. A double drop. Now, this is a little risky for Special. Recall has not been used, to my understanding. No, Neeb hasn't used that recall. There's enough energy here, but there's a ghost that could potentially EMP the Nexus. He doesn't in time. He's going to pull back. Blink is done. Stalkers are looking to intercept, and this is why. There's a lot of airspace here. You can actually... Well, air... Are we underwater? It's unclear. I'm not going to debate aquatic theology here, no matter how many zealots are involved. Fourth base established for Special. The income sliding towards Neeb for now until that base is done. Archon's leading the charge. There's still those drops out there. The Zealot will take note. And so will the Medivacs. +3, +2. Neeb still has an army very vulnerable to the tanks. Neeb just kind of barrels in here, taking a lot of tank shots with no return. He's expanding towards Special, but there aren't too many options left. Just drives into the third. A lot of SCVs here. Special out of position without the tanks. He doesn't really have the ability to deal with the Ruptors. Another couple of shots finds the SCVs. Some of them escape, not most. Meanwhile, though, another Colossus knocked over and an Archon evaporated as well. What an awkward scenario here. 18 SCVs go down, but Special just going to drive across the map. Recall is on cooldown for a little longer. It's just tanks, but those are tanks, I say very profoundly. Special's going to bring his bio away. That's actually so many tanks. Neeb without Immortals can't really engage. The base, Recall still about a minute on cooldown. Neeb is scrambling back. This Nexus easily taken out. 15 probes with it. He has to pick up. He's got to try to get out. The Blink Stalkers don't find a medevac with units in it, but there's a Nexus here, and Special's not going to be happy to see that. So now where are we? The bio units are trying to drop out. The tanks need to siege. A planetary fortress is going to contribute. Neeb and Special still going at it. Just game one. Looking for more opportunities. Enhanced shockwaves are done. The upgrades, +3, +2 against just +2 attack with +1 armor finishing up. Special, like these tanks, and Special is one of the most tank-heavy players in this matchup. He's historically, over the last few years, been one of the few who just keeps building tanks throughout the mid-game. A lot of players choose Widow Mines or focus more on things like Liberators. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it seems to be working against Neeb. Working well enough against Neeb. He has 13 tanks. He's got more tanks than Marauders. Neeb doesn't seem to care. The EMPs hit the center mass. Disruptors firing everything they got, but a lot of them targeted down. Tanks, pretty good units, but at the same time, Special losing SCVs at his third, which means Special not going to be able to capitalize on this situation quite as quickly. The tank, Neeb just walked in. He just walked in. Special, oh my god. Neeb. I feel like Neeb doesn't see tanks, and he didn't respect them. He did not respect the tanks. What are you doing, Neeb? You can't just walk into 13 tanks. I don't know if it was all 13. It was close. It was close. But what are you doing? I did feel like Special was stabilizing, whereas Neeb was flailing a bit by the end of that. But well, Special takes game one. Just a rough map against Terran historically as well, but as Terran players really like smaller maps because the other races either have quicker units or they have the ability to traverse distances quicker, like Warp Gate. So a map like Submarine is something players will sometimes veto. Game two. Jimmy, go to the game. It worked. And I really, like, everybody loves tanks. Are tanks not one of the most, if not the most iconic unit in Starcraft? I think so. It's up there. There's tanks, there's like Mutalisks, or Zerglings, but Zerglings are a little too basic, I think. And then for Protoss, Dark Templar. Wow, I have to really think for Protoss, because I'm thinking Brood War as well, so... okay, just we're ignoring this while I think about this question. So this is one of those builds that only works against good players. Anyways. Archons. Archons, yeah. Archons, obviously. And then, of course, like, Hydra, Zealot, and Marine. I do agree with that. But for, like, iconic high-tech units. So, against a less accomplished player who misclicks more often, doing this means that Neeb would almost certainly scout it. But Neeb is such a professional, he's not going to waste any time on that probe. Going looking around like accidentally misclicking. No, he doesn't misclick. Which is what Special is banking on to make this work. If that SCV shows up here, like... Oh, come on. No. No. Oh, well, you know, there's a bunker there. Neeb sees that now. That's actually disgusting, though. Like, Neeb, like... So, because there's only one SCV, he's sending out another. Special, he was obviously gonna... I'm kind of surprised Special didn't just send the second SCV earlier. Like, the probe's gonna get down there. Oh, wow. So, it's gonna come down to the micro. The probes must fend for themselves. This time Special's like, well, my Reapers didn't get enough done last game. So this game, I'm just gonna build the barracks in his base. Special, genius of our time. The Stalker nearly complete, and the Reaper caught a little bit of an awkward scenario. Whips out the grenade. The bunker is complete. So, honestly, what is the best response to this? That's me putting out a hypothetical question. Or not a hypothetical, but like, I actually don't know. I've seen players build the shield battery. They just go for the Stalkers. Some players will just try to counterattack. There is a probe on the other side scouting that there's going to be a factory with a tech lab. Usually the shield battery plus chipping away with Stalkers is the common response. Another, like, already a great series. Let's hope it continues. Neeb. We'll see if shield battery overcharge needs to be used. He's got it, like, if you don't get the SCVs. No, Special. 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 You stop it. You stop it. You stop it right now, Special. Oh, Neeb sees what he's trying to do. He's gonna try to bounce him with the grenade and then land the Rex! Oh my god! Oh, a cute move, but I don't think it's gonna be enough here at the end of the day. He has the damage to get through. 3 Stalkers out DPS the bunker. But, all the Stalkers... Has Neeb lost a unit? He's lost 1 probe. Oh yeah, to the first Reaper. So despite all the drama... Neeb has shut this down almost as perfectly as you ever could. That Stalker needs to live. Oh, it slips by the others. Why do my Stalkers never do that? Neeb is hacking. Wow, what a perfect defense. Yeah, messy, but... Force field. Oh, he only gets the lock. He auto-locked onto it, and now... Wow. That was nearly... Like, I don't know what he could have done better. That was actually perfect. Yeah, he lost 1 probe to the proxied Reaper. But otherwise, lost no units, minimized mining time lost, and dealt with the bunker before Special even really had his expansion up and running. And now can get a 3rd because he's not going to have a lot of barracks units because his barracks, well, is dead now, for one. But even if it wasn't, it wouldn't be building units for a while. Dead buildings don't produce too many units, except for Zerg, but we're not talking about that right now. A Raven on the way. The problem is, I like what Special's doing. There are 2 options, because Special's in an awkward spot. He has to decide either to be kind of recklessly greedy, or to pick a timing. Both are tough. Is that a fusion core? Or both, okay? Or both. Or we could go 3rd command center and then build a unit that costs more than a command center. Sure, let's do that, Special. Okay, Juanito. That's a fusion core. Did he hallucinate 2 Stalkers? That can't have been on purpose. Does Neeb use grid hotkeys, and would that matter? Neeb. What a noob! He doesn't misclick until Special can't see it, okay? That's what he does to relax, is hallucinate units to make him feel like he has more army supply. It's like, oh, feel better now. That's what we were looking for the first time. Is he gonna go Liberator? It's gonna be a Battlecruiser, right? It has to be a Battlecruiser. You're not gonna go Liberator range. I mean, if you're gonna gamble, might as well double down. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that logic. He didn't... Well, we're here now. Neeb. Oh, what?
Hello there.
Neeb just... Okay, Neeb. What do we do now? It's a fusion core. Shield batteries. He's got a shield battery in each mineral line already. I think he was expecting, like, maybe a Cloak Banshee follow-up is very common to this kind of proxy rags play. So he's already kind of ready for this. A Colossus pops out. Neeb says, well, if he's doing something weird, go fucking kill him. I'm sorry, pardon my French. Go fucking kill this noob. I was trying to be more clever, and I didn't really commit to it, so now it just sounds like I'm 14 years old and I'm trying to learn how to swear. But I'm sure both these players had that experience on the ladder not too long ago, especially Neeb. Special going for a hidden base. It is his fourth, which is usually a little easier to hide than the third. Not having a third is a big tell, but a fourth base is a little more ambiguous. So there's a Battlecruiser in Neeb's main. He recalls, which is not as good as Tactical Jump, but it does affect more units, so who am I to judge? So, oh, there's a lot. Wow, there's a lot of airspace. Get out of my swamp. Are you prepared to drain the swamp, Alexei? I am prepared. How are we gonna do that? I didn't prepare for that. I don't know. 2 armories on the way. Special going full mech here. Neeb kind of like Neeb poked and prodded, but he didn't really find the opportunity. I've actually seen Neeb versus mech before. Well, we saw it last game, I guess. He lost to tanks. Like, Neeb didn't lose to Bio. He just lost to the tanks. There were some details, but Neeb is making 2 Templar archives, so that way everyone gets an education. And always have a backup copy, okay? You can never be too careful. Because last time, when they killed the Jedi archives, if you remember, I don't remember the rest. Something younglings. Yeah, that didn't come together. But Neeb against mech, historically, like, I don't think of him as the person who knows exactly what to do. Wow, I'm really struggling to describe this. I've seen him lose to mech several times and look lost while doing it. Like, just trying to force a square peg into a hole that is zeroed in by siege tanks. But this is something we don't see as often. Triple Stargate. Neeb's not taking any chances. Of course, he doesn't know about the hidden fourth right now. The thing is, I think Special has caught up and actually surpassed Neeb in economy now. We look at the income. Mules exist. Not a huge differential, but the upgrades are not too terrible for Special. The fact that he's getting any right now. The fact that he was allowed to get to 75 workers. He still has Battlecruisers pinning a bunch of Stalkers back towards the main. Neeb, finally! Void Rays! The new, slimmer, slicker, cheaper Void Rays. Not cheaper because they're selling out, but instead because they're more efficient. He's going for 3 Void Rays at a time. Fleet Bacon is on the way. And what is Neeb cooking? Flux Veins, I will have to assume, and hopefully a mothership at some point. The Special is landing his quote-unquote fourth, but we know different. And he's really masked the fourth base well with his Battlecruisers. His other fourth, his first fourth. So now Special's going to find himself with 5 bases of gas, which is approximately a fuck ton of gas. And because he hasn't yet mined out of his main, he's going to be... It is like 1,500 gas a minute or something. It's nearly that. Just take one of the rich Vespine bases. Let's go. At the same time, though, Neeb is drawing even. He is building the Void Rays. I honestly have no idea how this ends. Because Special is very committed to tanks. He's got plenty of tanks. Oh, was there a scan? Did he spot the Stargates? He must have spotted the Void Rays somewhere. I don't know exactly what he saw, but he must have spotted the Void Rays. Because now we're getting 3 Thors at a time. Vikings, Mothership, Battlecruisers looking for something. Oh, he saw the Cybercore upgrading, I think. Wait, no he didn't. Maybe he did. I don't know how long ago. Either way, Special's a genius. The Battlecruisers are coming in. Neeb just kind of threw a bunch of cannons out there, like impressionist painting of what line of cannons is supposed to look like. He's avoiding splash damage from the tanks. Here we go again. Both sides have dangerous armies. Oh, hello! Surprise! Surprise! Oh, 2 get out, but the rest burn. Well, by that I mean 1. The Void Rays out of nowhere. Special didn't expect him, but Neeb finds the base finally. There's already been hundreds of gas mined, but he will be able to pick up, he should be able to pick up this command center. Special, oh my god, that's so many tanks. The Void Rays find the Battlecruisers, so we meet again. Yeah, this was a little ambitious from Special. There goes the command center. There go the Battlecruisers. Some key parts of Special's game plan here crumbling. And suddenly he has to play defensive, and he has to figure out, do I actually have enough to fight the Void Rays? Surprise! More Void Rays! He goes for the Raven! He finds... Wait, he didn't kill the Raven! You didn't kill the Raven! Neeb! Oh, anti-armor missile. Special Dorito dusting the Void Rays, and then they get knocked out of the sky. One will go home and tell the story. Never mind, it doesn't want to live in this world anymore. Or does it? It's unclear. Anyways, the army's coming back. But that's a lot of tanks. We've seen this story before. That's a lot of tanks, though. Those tanks, just +1/+1. Actually, Special not adding on any upgrades. The anti-air is a handful, like 3 Cyclones and 3 Thors. There are 6 Void Rays. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why do I say uh-oh? 'Cause, where is she? There. Hard to miss. Mama's home. Meanwhile, Neeb is cutting off reinforcements. He's going to try to whittle down the power of this army. He can give up bases. He has the more mobile army here. He can outmaneuver Special until he finds an engagement that he likes. +2 air weapons is done. Flux Veins. Where are my Flux Veins, Neeb? Oh, they're right there. I can't... Okay. Shh. 6 Void Rays, Hexavoids at a time. Oh, here comes Neeb, looking like the back of the Starcraft box. Mothership, Void Rays, some Colossi over there, Special in retreat. The army a little disjointed. Oh, no. Oh, she has a lot of mass, all right? Anyways, well, Neeb takes revenge! The Thor's trying to fight. You can't stutter step out of the Flux Veins. Is there simply not enough anti-air? There's 2 Thors. One's trapped in by tanks. That's not enough. They burn right through purification. As there's just too goddamn many Void Rays. They're looking like a Silver League game a little bit here. GG. Neeb burns through. And fluxes on Special. We're tied up. Now, the big danger of mech is a significant air switch. And I think losing the Battlecruisers and not respecting the Void Rays is a big deal. Like, the Void Rays... The reason Void Rays haven't been used is just it's hard to make them cost-effective. And that's still kind of true. Even though they're, instead of 250, 150, they're 200, 150. And they build faster. So the big weaknesses, like let's say money isn't an object, and Neeb has won his share, as well as was mining his share. But the big danger was not being able to switch into air quick enough and getting overrun by the mech army. Well, Void Rays that build quicker, move quicker, and are cheaper facilitate switching into air significantly quicker. And I think Special wasn't really ready for that. But remember, as we go into Game 3. Don't you forget that special proxy to Rex in the back of Neeb's Natural there. So, that's how that started. Now we're here. Special. Oh, with the Mecha Rex. The Rex out on the... Hidden. Wait. Okay, is he going to build a Rex in his main too? No. He's not saving. This is to convince Neeb that he's doing something similar when he... Neeb's already looking for it. If Neeb finds this, I'm... There's no way. Neeb has had enough of these barracks outside his base. I don't blame him. The probe's not going to find anything, but that might be exactly what Neeb wants. It's double gas. It's going to look very similar to the last game for Neeb when he gets here. Double gas, probably a factory starting relatively early, but no second base. Neeb is getting a cyber core first. Neeb is essentially saying, like, as long as I survive and don't lose a bunch of probes right off the bat, then I'm looking okay. So, Neeb, oh, the factory built. There's a conspicuous lack of barracks, but I don't know if Neeb noticed that SCV coming in. He's looking... Oh, he's going to proxy a Stargate? I'm reading a lot into this here. A great series thus far. I really think, like, at first, I thought Neeb would just run Special over. Special held on. I think the key point of that last game, despite how it ended, was the fourth base. The hidden fourth. That was a very clever move out of Special, and it worked out. It definitely helped. It's just the Void Rays were too strong, too fast, and Special didn't really get an opportunity to deal with them directly. That's when Widow Mines come into play. I'm wondering, like, how could he have dealt with that? Widow Mines. A half a dozen Widow Mines would at least slow down the Voids. And, yeah, there were Disruptors, but there's also tanks. Like, the Widow Mines are a major threat to Void Rays. Almost like Mutalisks, where if you control them perfectly, then sure, they're fine. But you stray a little too far, and there's a Widow Mine or two. Anyways, that was last game. This is a new one. There's 2 Reapers out. Yeah, I think Neeb was wondering where the units were. He built a shield battery in his main. And another shield battery at his net. He sees the expansion. 3 Reapers from Special. He's used those to great effect. And that's the... With great Terran players, like Special, it's always knowing when you can use your units. We saw this in Game 1 with the 3 Reapers, which didn't really get much done, to be honest. But eventually they came in and served as a pretty solid distraction for a double drop. So there's no reason to just lose units to kill one, maybe 2 more probes. Unless that's literally all you can accomplish at that moment. Alright. He decides to back off there. And I think that's kind of a demonstration of what I just said. As he might be able to kill the Adept, but who knows what else is behind it. Neeb does, at this point, on the other side of things. He sees the Cloak researching. I mean, he doesn't know it's Cloak, but it's Cloak, right? It's Cloak. He already has shield batteries near and in his mineral lines, but Special just comes in with 4 Hellions and 3 Reapers, whereas the units are kind of disjointed. I'm not entirely... Only 4 kills thus far. That looked really bad. But, we're playing Ring Around the Shield Battery here. There's another shield battery in the main. It takes 3 Hellion hits simultaneously to kill a probe with a shield battery. So that looked really bad for Neeb. But, crunch the numbers. It was not. All of those units die for 4 probe kills, which Neeb had replaced by the time it was dealt with. So that was definitely not what Special wanted. Oh, down goes a mute. Are there any other... Okay, yeah, there's units. Neeb targeting SCVs. Gonna get out here. But that drags him out of position. immediately has to cloak the Banshee, and while the Banshee will live, that means 25 energy gone. It's like your mom said, stop flipping the light on and off, it wastes energy. Little did you know your mom was a Banshee pilot for the first 25 years of her life. Don't ask about that, though. Not since the Brood War. It was a very tough time. There's a lot of... just don't question her. The Banshee's waiting for their moment. Third command center. That was spotted by Neeb. What Neeb doesn't know yet is if this is going to be bio or mech, and Special has left that open. We now know he is going to go towards those bio units. And what would Neeb do differently? It does come down a little to like how much you commit to the Phoenixes, which Neeb has... I feel like this is to counter or at least discourage mech with the Phoenixes here. Oh, here come the Banshees. So 2 Banshees can simultaneously target down. Oh, that's an observer though. So that's bad news bears. Not even able to get the kills. Neeb is solidifying his position, and Bio doesn't really have the, I guess, force multipliers that mech can. I guess like a Battlecruiser is a pretty solid force multiplier. It's not just 6 supply. It takes more than 6 supply to deal with the Battlecruiser usually. But at the same time, it is very expensive. Whereas Bio, you can build up a lot more units, but they can be countered more directly. And now that Neeb knows this is the direction this game is going, he's already got a Robo on the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay. Somehow only lost 1 Phoenix, but here comes another one. Wait for me! Oh, well. Okay, Neeb's rally is maybe not super ideal here. And by that I mean, rest in pieces. Rest of the Phoenixes recalled back. Colossus on the way. Phoenix Colossus. What is this, a Chinese Protoss in 2012? No! It's Neeb in 2020. You still, like, there's no reason to completely switch out of the Phoenixes. Maintaining air control means there's almost nothing to deal with those Colossi directly. I mean, right now, I hope that Special will show us a way out of this. But Neeb is kind of boxing in Special tech-wise right now. He's building by... It's going to have to come down to one of those crazy quadruple drop base trade scenarios, I think. Because Special is not going to win a long-term engagement against the units Neeb has. He just isn't. Like, almost, he's camping the starport. There's a bunch of... He could probably fight the Marines. In fact, he thinks so as well. Comes back in, picks off a couple... Oh. This is going from annoying to troublesome to frustrating to devastating. Maybe all at the same time. Wait, a scan? Did it just spot the Tempest building? No, I think it's all... Yeah, it didn't quite spot that, but... Colossus Tempest Phoenix. Neeb is just like, yeah, what is it? Give me your most expensive tech! It's like, sir, do you know that costs over 200? Yeah, I'll take 2. Sir, do you want a payment plan? No, I have a third. Don't you need that for gateway units? No gateway units. No, oh, he does have warp gate, but who needs it, right? How many warp gate units does Neeb even have? He has 2 adepts, 1 stalker, and 1 sentry. And those are the ones he had earlier. So... While he may have warp gate, he has no need of it. Disrupt. What else do you got? It's like, well, we have disruptors, but like you already have a bunch of colossi, sir. I feel like, no. What? That's a shh. That tank standing very still, because that's kind of how it works, and also to try to avoid the gaze of the Phoenixes, but it did not pan out. That tank was a free spirit, and now it's a free spirit somewhere else, but no longer in this game. Stasis wards across the board. It really does feel like the supplies are nearly dead even. But The game does not... Does it feel like Special is 3 supply ahead? No, it does not. It feels like Neeb is like, oh, what's this upgrade? I don't even remember the name. What is the name? Tectonic Destabilizers? Sure. Which does extra damage against buildings. So... Well, there goes a Raven. What are you going to do, Special? What's the play? Great EMPs. EMP is great against essentially everything here. The tank's still working. The Tempests do like 4 damage per second, but very loudly. It's so loud, though. A Disruptor. Direct hit. Suddenly Special down 30 supply. Another EMP, but we're running out of anti-air. We're running out of runway. We're running out of hope. Neeb dismantles Special. This time, quite one-sided. And that puts Neeb on match point. Of course, these are the ESL Open Cups, best of 5s and all that. Before we get into Game 4, I don't even know really what went... I guess committing the Hellions and Reapers and getting 4 probe kills, that didn't help. Wasn't good. Jimmy, calm down. As you know, match point, just a quick advertisement, and we will be right back. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Hey everybody, I'm Winter, and did you know every Monday there are 3 ESL Open Cups? Each region has their very own ESL Open Cup. Sign up today at play.eslgaming.com. Is it play.esl? Play.eslgaming.com. I'm pretty sure that's it. And you can sign up to play and waste either Neeb or Special's time in the first or second round today. Sign up for ESL, like, subscribe, and enjoy. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know ads are annoying, but gotta thank our sponsors. Can we get into the game, Jim? Thank you. Neeb up 2-1 against Special. Pretty decisive Game 3. But we are on Eternal Empire. Why do I say it like that? I don't know. Special not sending. He has a 0% win rate with a barracks not in his base to start the game. So, decides to go back to the basics. Still, though, Game 3 was a little one-sided, but Games 1 and 2, back and forth. Seems like Neeb just making the better strategical decisions. 2 gas to back this up. So 2 gas after... a later 2 gas after the racks. And he's going to wall off. Ah! Shenanigans are afoot. Why am I doing... What is this? Let me in! He does not get let in. Spoilers. The depot. Nope. I'm just waiting to see what comes down that ramp. He's looking like, based on the amount of time after the barracks finishes, a Reaper takes longer to build than a Marine. And unless Special had started a Marine, canceled it out of vision, and rebuilt one, Neeb knows it's a Reaper. And just to fool a probe, it would not be worth doing such a thing with that Marine. So, Neeb knows a Reaper's on the way, backs off with the probe, and now he's going to have to figure out if there's going to be any problems to start the match. Adept is on the way. No warp gate. Neeb has the money, but he wants a Stargate. Stargate's back on the menu once again. Very expensive menu, but... Void Rays, Oracles, Phoenixes, Tempest. Like, we saw Tempest Were they a critical factor? I think yes. The Tempests were a big part of pushing back the tanks and forcing an engagement where Special kind of fell on the Disruptor Sword. It just... Special looked better with mech. And I'm of the personal opinion, as a expert amateur, that while mech probably shouldn't be most games, it definitely is underrepresented. I'd say mech, like a true actual mech, not like opening 1-1-1 and then winning the game, is like less than 20%. I think it could be a solid third. We gotta pump those numbers up. Those are bio numbers. Well, 2 Reapers and a Hellion just kind of are here. Alright. And here's a Phoenix. Deja vu. I'm just... Okay. Well... Sit down, sir. Alright. The Hellion trying to escape. Good luck with that. There's a Fusion Core on the way. A Widow Mine drop, though. Actually, this is a kicker. The Fusion Core is just in the main. We've been seeing a surprising resurgence of battle... Like, actually not a resurgence. No, it's never been a thing to go Battlecruisers in this matchup. People will mix it in, but, like it was a thing in TVZ, right? It still is to an extent, but not nearly as much. But it's never been a thing. Okay, well... Is that gonna work? No way. Oh, come on! Oh! Oh! Neeb! Really? Are you kidding me, Neeb? I can't... It was the dumbest play that Special could have done, and it worked. He gets 5 probes, which is not nearly as much as he hoped for, I'm sure, but... So now what? A Battlecruiser is gonna try to start as soon as this... Well, Neeb will help Special out with the supply block. What a nice guy. Please stop, sir. Stop. The lock interrupted by the lift. Yamato. Okay, well, Special seems to be doubling down on the Battlecruiser idea. I forget if Yamato specifically does enough damage to one-shot Void Rays or not. Because I know there were some adjustments to not one-shot... Well, we're gonna find out. I think it doesn't. But I think it does 240. But, I mean, that doesn't leave him with much. Hopefully we do get the opportunity. Neeb is just taking a third, and he isn't in nearly as strong of a position as he was in the last game. Like, the last game, he really shut things down. This game, he's taken some damage. His tech has been scouted. Wow. Okay, we're just taken to the skies. A scan to the main sees double Stargate Void Rays. Does Special decide, you know what, Battlecruisers aren't for me? Oh, I'm just imagining the clickbait now. Void Rays better than Void... Wait. Where am I going to put the arrow on the... It's like... Battlecruiser versus Void Rays? And here's a Battlecruiser. I can imagine the thumbnail, but you don't have to. You clicked on this video. So, like and subscribe. Oh, 5 Void Rays heading across the map. Yamato, the thing is, Yamato, you can't tactical jump and Yamato at the same time. The only weakness of the Battlecruiser. Cyclone plus Battlecruiser versus Void Rays plus also, important, more Void Rays. I don't know. I have no idea. We don't really see... This is not Mana Battle. Okay, a few feet... I mean, there are technically other units mixed in, but... I'm excited. Usually I'm like, so this is going to happen. They're going to... I don't know. I think they're both kind of freestyling too. I doubt either of these players plays too many games like this. Even after the Void Ray buff, how many there are 2 Battlecruisers, 9 Void Rays, there are 7 Void Rays on the other side. Remember, Recall exists, Tactical Jump exists. Oh, no, the main! Yo, Special! Special, where are the Battlecruisers? Where are the Battlecruisers? Where are the Battlecruisers? What? No! Oh, he's getting chased. The Cyclones with their lock-on do a lot of damage to Void Rays. So the Battlecruisers decided that worrying about domestic problems was beneath them. I mean, most things are, either way. Where's my Yamato? I need to know! He fires the Yamato cannon. It does enough. Okay. So it leaves them with next to no HP. You've got to be careful where you jump, because the Void Rays are still here. Another Battlecruiser fires Yamato. Backs off. Will he actually engage it? Where are the Cyclones? Special's struggling. Neeb has 80 probes. So throughout this, every moment that Special isn't mining, like he's building 1 Cyclone, Neeb is building 3 Void Rays, a bunch of probes, plus 1 air weapons, Flux Veins. I tried to add drama to it, but it's a weird name. It's a weird name, I will say. It is from for those who don't remember, back in the day, Wings of Liberty. Flux Veins was a Void Ray upgrade. I think it was for like the first year or 2, or was it added? I don't know. It was eventually removed because then people just kept building Void Rays all the time. Now, we didn't know at the time the best way to counter Void Rays was to build anything, because they were very scary, and this is true. But nowadays, they did need some serious buffs to become a real thing. This is awkward. Pretty sure charged. Did he not see him? They're over here, Neeb! Oh, are we just base training with our fleets? Well, the Battlecruiser saw the Void. He can just kill everything. Oh, here come the Cyclones, though. Now, when charged up, the Void Rays do not... They move slower than even their base speed. Flux Veins does not increase their speed when prismatically aligned. Yamato, from downtown, softens up a Void Ray, but shields are back. Shield battery overcharged. Can't even beat 2 Void Rays. 3 Void Rays. Doesn't matter. Gotta jump out. Meanwhile, workers dying for both sides. What does the worker count? Special? Now, this is like a special perk. Okay, we've been talking about like character perks for players. Special's character perk is he always has 30 more supply than it seems like. And it might not win him the game, but like, Special's even? What? After all this? Well, this is such an awkward... He's adding Widow Mines in, proving my points, of course. Most important thing is that I be proven right at some point, hopefully. Meanwhile, though, there are carriers in... What the... are those? A bunch more gates. Neeb is looking to tech down, I think, into ground... Well, charge launch are the obvious choice here. Like... This is happening. The Void Rays. This side. Alright. We're going in, but there are... Widow beams. And direct hits. Finds a couple. Another lock-on. Void Rays knocked out of the sky, but at the same time, tactical jump. Jumps home into kind of the danger zone here, but all 3 Battlecruisers survive. He hasn't built any more. It's enough to be threatening without a huge chunk of his supply being reliant on having tactical jump off cooldown. So now what? We're 12 minutes in the game, and they're both essentially maxed out on mech and sky toss. Begun the Clone Wars have. As we look into the legacy of the Void, and people remember the heart of the Swarm was destroyed, so that way the Voids and their Flux Veins could bring pain to Special, who's tearing through everything right now with the stop it. You need to... It's time to stop. Trying to bait through with the Widow Mines. Oh, and then Neeb immediately tries to... Whoa, God! Oh, my! Whoa! That's a lot of damage. Fix it with Flux Veins. You might be like, Winter, stop memeing. All right? Jimmy, get the binder out. Quickly! Quickly now! The binder! Okay, where were we? Alright, another base. Delayed. Oh, here come the Void Rays. Get out of there, Special! He's got the jump. He's got to jump. Oh my god, they do so much damage. But meanwhile, the Cyclones. This game, it feels like we're 28 minutes into the game. The carriers have arrived, but here come the Cyclones, but here come the shield batteries. Oh my god. Shield battery overcharge is very good. Yep, not a single carrier died. Oh no. Oh no, this is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. The two Widow Mines did more damage than the Cyclones did. Suddenly, Special fully routed. There's not any sort of tactical jump. He's trying to Yamato. He gets one off, kills a carrier, but at what cost? A handful of Widow Mines here. I don't know where the observers are. They need gravitic boosters. Only one Void Ray is charged up, which is kind of weird. There's the two Cyclones on the other side, but he got charge lots. More shots coming out. Where's the observers? He brought one. Another couple Widow Mines desperately looking for shots. Special suddenly down. 50 supply. Carrier down. Widow Mine takes it out, which is a weird thing to say. Meanwhile, Cyclones, but charge lots are warping in to deal with it. Neeb is everywhere, and Special is scrambling. This base, he transferred to where there are already 4 charge lots. Cyclone's gone. Battlecruiser's gone. 3rd base gone. 4th base gone. SCV's gone. Special is really ruining my flow right now, but... And with that, Special. Oh, mothership! Ooh. The interceptors drag the mines back. And Special! Driven back to his main and driven out of the game by the Flux Veins. A dramatic and exciting series, but Neeb definitely getting the better end with those Void Rays. Was it that the Void Rays just straight up beat those Battlecruiser and mech builds? I don't think so. I think really that game was even until Special thought he could actually kill a carrier with Cyclones, which was very optimistic. That had to be so tilting. I was mad for him. And I'm sure Special has no problem being angry himself, so I'm sure would be willing to give you his strong opinion on that. But hopefully you give a strong opinion on that like and dislike button. You subscribe, you leave a comment, you ring the bell. You might be like, Winter, why are you talking to YouTube? There's a bell on Twitch, too. Okay? Wake up, sheeple. Thank you for watching ESL Open NA 34 playoffs. I'm pretty sure that's right. And see you next time. Good luck, and have fun.